guys. I'm going to help you here with some homework. Your assignment was to do 7 through 25 on this page, and then on the next page 33 and 35. So I'm going to do a selected number of problems here. I'll do 2 probably in this first section. So let's do 7. My formula for this entire section, because I want to know the interior angle measure, the sum of the interior measure angle. This is n minus 2 times 180 degrees. So the n, remember, is the number of sides. How many sides is this shape? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I'm going to put 7 in for n, subtract 2 times 180, and you can use your calculator, obviously. You may or may not need a graphing calculator for this. It won't be necessary. So 7 minus 2 is obviously 5, right? Times 180. And we know that equals 900. And that's all I want there. I just want to know the total for each of the angles. And I have a feeling that with all of these, you guys can handle that. Now here we want to find the measure of 1. Do you see this 1 interior angle? And notice it says, this is very important, that you see regular polygon. I cannot use this formula unless I'm looking for a regular polygon's interior angle. The formula is this: the number of sides minus 2 times 180 divided by how many sides I have. Oh, I forgot to zoom in for Muhammad. Let me do that too. He gets grumpy. He says, I can't read it. Okay, so here's the next one. The shape of this sign is what? It's an elephant crossing sign, which I've never seen around here, but we can count how many sides. 1, 2. Notice I touch the sides as I'm counting them so I don't lose track. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is an octagon, or 8 sides. Don't forget we subtract 2 times 180, and I'm going to put that 8 in for the n again. So 8 minus 2 is 6. 6 times 180 is 1080. Divide that by 8, and you're going to find out what one of those angles is. And so I know one angle is 135 degrees. If you can't see this, this is a dodecagon. If you don't remember what dodecagon is, refer back to your notes. And this is the shape of this one. And it is a regular of that type of shape. I'm not going to say the word. I want you to think about it. So we're going to use the same formula for those 3 problems. Now number 15, 16, 17 are like the one we did in class, where you add up all the sides and they equal what you found the total to be. So it's a 2-step process. First, I have to find out what kind of a shape this is and what's the sum of all the angles. So let's do that step first. That comes back up here to this formula to find the sum. So I'm going to take the number of sides minus 2 times 180. Well, how many sides do I have? 4. 4 times minus 2 is 2. 2 times 180 is 360 degrees. I know that that triangle, all 4 of those angles add up to 360 degrees. But what's my equation? Well, I just add each one. H plus 2h plus 2h plus h is going to equal my sum down here of 360. I don't want to write it, it'll be too small. So 360 equals, what do I get when I add up all of my h's? 1h plus 2h is 3. 3 plus 2 is 5. 5 plus 1 is 6. So we have 6 h's. To get h by itself, I divide by 6. And 360 divided by 6 is 60. So we know h equals 60. But notice they want to know the angle measures. So we aren't quite done here. I know this angle is 60 degrees, and this angle is 60 degrees. 2 times 60, this angle is 120 degrees, and this angle is 120 degrees. You try 16 and 17. Remember, it's 2 steps. First step, calculate the sum of the angles. Second step is to make those angles that they give you equal to that sum. Let's look down at 18. In number 18, remember this is a pentagon. They want us to find the measure of an exterior angle, and notice it's a regular polygon. What does regular mean again? It means all the sides and angles are the same. And to use my exterior angle formula, I have to know that it's regular. We know all the exterior angles of any polygon sum to 360 degrees. And how many exterior angles are you going to have in a pentagon? 5. So 360 divided by 5 is 72. So I know the exterior angles of a regular pentagon are 72 degrees each. See what you can do with each of these other three problems. Now, let's look at number 22. This is where it starts to get a little bit more complicated. It's still not too difficult, though. They want us to find, they give us the sum of the interior angle measures. So this is one angle of my shape. And it has n sides, and they want me to find the number of sides. So, we want to look for this sum of the interior angle measures theorem. That's this one up here at the top. This is my sum of the interior measure angle theorem. So n minus 2 times 180 equals, what did they tell me it equals? 180 degrees. Well, I could distribute 180, or I could just divide by 180. And then I know n minus 2 equals 1, because 180 over 180 is 1. I add 2 to both sides, and we know n equals 3. So my number of sides is 3. Let's do another one. I know my sum is 1080. My formula is n times 2, minus 2, times 180. Now I'm going to do the distribution method this way. You might prefer that way. So I have 180n times 360. 2 times 180 is 360 equals 1080. It's minus, Tammy. We subtract. So now we're going to add 360 to both sides. So 1080 plus 360 is 1080 plus 360 equals 1440. I want to get n by itself. I'm going to divide by 180 on both sides. And 1440 divided by 180 equals x. It equals 8. We have an 8-sided figure, which is what kind of a shape? An octagon. I'll give you a second there. You do 24 and 25. You're supposed to also do 33 and 35 here. It says the measure of an exterior angle of a regular polygon is given. Find the measure of an interior angle. Then find the number of its sides. Well, I can find the number of sides looking at the exterior angle piece. So if I take 360 and I divide it by 36, that's my angle. Remember, my formula says 360 divided by n equals the exterior angle, right? But just like when we were doing SOHCAHTOA, I can switch n and this exterior angle, and I would get 360 divided by the exterior angle equals n. And that's what I've done here. 360 divided by the exterior angle gives me the number of sides, which is 10. I know this is a 10-sided figure. So I've already answered that question in the easy way. But now they want me to find the measure of an interior angle. Well, let's just draw a shape here a second. I know this is a decagon. I'm not going to try and draw a decagon for you freehand. I'm just going to draw a shape, and I'm going to give you this angle here is 36 degrees. Can you find that angle right there? Do you see that these are supplementary? So 180 degrees minus 36 degrees gives me that interior angle. And I know that that interior angle is 144 degrees. Okay? Hope that helps you. Try number 30 on your own. I realize this one's a little more challenging, 35 here. But try it on your own and see what you can figure out. And we'll go from there. Thanks, and have a great rest of your weekend.